Hello my friends, I join you today with my face all done except my lips. That's because I have a couple of different holiday lip sets to try on and talk about today. I'm very excited about this. I'm really glad that the holiday makeup season is underway in terms of products coming out. So far I've talked about the latest Hourglass palette, one of the 3 new ones that came out. I've reviewed Tarte's new beauty book, and today I have 2 different lip sets. One is from Tower 28 and one is from Clinique. And they're both kind of like balmy, easy sets of products, so I thought I would just combine them into one video, test them out, try them on, and see what we think. I am going to pull my hair back a little bit. By the way, do you know why I often, sometimes you see me and my hair's like this? A lot of times my hair's like this around my house if I want it out of my face but not fully pulled back. But the reason is if your hair sits like this for a while, and especially if you take like a little bit of hairspray while your hair is like this is the unseen stuff. When you take it down, you will have more like volume up in here, and I need that because my hair is really, really fine. Anyway, that's the side story on that. But let me know, please, in the comments section if there are other holiday things that you've seen coming out that you think are really intriguing, that you'd like to see a review on. I feel like this year I'm trying to be a bit more choosy about the things that I grab and decide to do a video on. Feeling much more drawn to the mindset lately of using what I have and not feeling pulled to more. However, I do love doing these kinds of reviews, and if it's a really good value and a really interesting product, I'm gonna go for it, but I'm not just like, I don't know, going for everything, you know? But what's on my face so far? Today I used my Refi Glow and Sculpt Primer. That's the one with the roller thing. I just felt like using the roller today. I'm wearing my Glossier foundation. This is the Stretch Fluid Foundation in the shade Light 2, and then my Revlon Full Cover Flex Wear Concealer in Vanilla. I've got that on all my usual concealer zones. I set that with my Rare Beauty Loose Powder. I set all over my face with my L'Oreal Infallible like pressed powder foundation. I kind of wanted to compare it up against the experience I have with the Maybelline Superstay Hybrid Powder Foundation. I've been using that one a ton, just really lightly to set all over my face, and I wanted to be reminded of how well the L'Oreal worked in comparison to that, so we'll see how that goes today. I use my Rare Beauty stick to contour. I've got another new product on in terms of cheeks, which we'll talk about probably in an upcoming cheek video, but I've got that shade on from this Too Faced palette. It went on really strong, and now that the eye is done and the highlighter's on, it looks a little bit more muted, but that's very pigmented. I use the shade called Watermelon Rain. And fun fact, what else is in here? These are popular blushes that they sell in that cute little individual packaging, the Velvet Crush shade, Golden Hour, and the Moon Crush highlight in Shooting Star. And then on my eyes, I've got one of 3 Tarte palettes from an eye set that I got here. This is the one called Gilded. Again, more to come in a future video. I'm just trying it out, but that's the set that I'm wearing today for this kind of brownish gold neutral look. And my mascara is the L'Oreal Voluminous Superstar Red Carpet Black. So the setup for my look today, seeing as I'm going to be trying on some different lip colors, I just wanted things to be not too distracting. But let's first talk about this Tower 28 set. So this is the box. This was $20. Tower 28 tends to be a line on Sephora's website that is a little less expensive, generally speaking, than some of the other luxury brands. But these are called the Lip Softies. It's the Lip Softy Tinted Lip Treatment Set. Tower 28, this brand was very good to me when I was going through some eczema situations on my skin earlier in the year. I always felt like I could use things from Tower 28 and not feel like I was making any situation worse. And I had eczema on my lips too. Anytime I reached for that, you know, Sunny Days tinted moisturizer or different Tower 28 lip stuff that I had, most things in our line have a label that says like it's National Eczema Association accepted, you know? So really kind to your skin products. And I had one of these in a full size, these Lip Softies, and I really, really liked it. I have the Blood Orange Vanilla, and I just keep it out here. I actually use it quite a bit. Sometimes it's later in the day, it's a little touch up, or I just want something to have a little color but still feel good on my lips. So when I saw this cute little set come out, I thought, I am eager to try that. Now, sometimes with squeeze tubes, squeeze tube is not my most favorite format of a product because I get my finger involved. I could use my new little tool here from Revlon, that little jelly tip blender. That's kind of nice, but it's no big deal. If I really like the product, I'll still use it. But you're getting 4 shades in here. And another thing that gives me pause about tubes sometimes is that they're not always full. I remember I had gotten, was it last year or the year before, some holiday stuff from Tarte, and tubes were involved, and I felt like they were barely full, like we were really getting ripped off with that. These actually, I can tell when I hold the tube, I can tell when I squeeze product out, they seem to be full. And I wanted to look up on the website real quick. I wanted to look up whether any of these shades were part of the regular line or if they're all exclusive to the set. I was not opening that page. Whatever, we're gonna try these on. This is the Dolce de Leche shade, so that's kind of in this little lineup. By the way, I love that there's a stand that holds it up, but this is the one that looks like it's in the nude tube, okay? Squeeze it out, it looks brownish. Let's put it on. Oh, it really does look caramely. Smells like caramel too. Oh my gosh, like a really accurate smell. And it also said on the back, 100% food grade flavor, vegan and cruelty free. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of my natural lip color through that, but it gave it kind of like a tan looking, sheer caramely looking veil, if that makes sense. Feels really smooth. There's a nice richness to these balms. Like they're not overly thick, but they feel so moisturizing. The feel that you get is not just like greasy, thin moisture. It's actually hydrating. And when I see things like this that are like sheer tubes, I think perhaps a layering piece for me over a lip liner or something like that. Let's go to this next one in line. This seems to be the deepest one. This one says Ube Vanilla on it. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Blot this one off. I haven't tried this one yet. It looks like it's going to be nice and plummy. This reminds me of the color intensity level of my red full-size one that I have. That's super satisfying to me, just as is. I love that tone. Do you see what it did for the whole face, though? It's not even one of those really easy to put your finger on shades. Like, it's not dark enough to be called plum. It's not red enough to be red. It's not pink. I don't know, it's like an earthy, softened plum kind of shade. I really like that. And the smell is really good. It's like a soft vanilla scent. Nourishing, comfortable. They strike me as the kind of product that somebody who doesn't even generally like the feeling of lip glosses on their lips might like these. Let's go to the little pinky friend here. This is the Watermelon Kiwi. Okay, looking like baby pink as it comes out of the tube. What's the smell? Oh, really picking up on the watermelon. It's in there on a lower lip. Really milky. There's enough moisture and thickness in these for them to not look streaky as they cross over your lips. Like that was a really casual, really not being too careful about it application, and I still feel like the lips are completely evenly covered. I'm seeing a soft pink shade, really natural. I mean, that's what this kit is all about, very natural looking, but I'm seeing it. I like it. And this is one of those lip try-ons where my lips are like, I'm fine. I'm not gonna even complain about this. Last one here is called Sugar Plum, looking like a deep nudie mauve. I think this one's gonna show up quite a bit. This is giving me Your Lips But Better. For like my personal lip shade, that's just my lips, but shinier and more evened out. I love that. And they just feel good, you know? And if you've ever dealt with eczema on your lips, for me, it wasn't even anything like blistering and peely, really. It was just a continual feeling of dryness on a certain little patch of my lips. And I dealt with it for a while. I used Vanicream religiously. Maybe environmental or other conditions just kind of changed and helped relieve that. But I know what that feels like. And when I was in the thick of it, I would use Tower 28 stuff. But that's so pretty. Oh, I love that. So takeaway here is we have a treatment-oriented product. It's gonna feel good on your lips. It is going to give shine. There's one shade that's going to give a real strong and super visible color. The others are a bit softer. This is probably the second in terms of amount of color shown, and then these two guys are just really on the light side, but very enjoyable. This would be a very easily giftable product because you're not giving bold color. You're giving something that I think would be universally enjoyed just for the texture of the product. I could define this as like casual around the house lip color. Like maybe you're not feeling like, oh, I need to put on something big and bold. I just want my lips to feel better. This is a nice little around the house one. Oh, and by the way, it's the Sugar Plum that says new. None of these other ones say new. So these must be part of the regular line, and then their Sugar Plum's what you can't get, except in this kit. But this is how it all fits together. They just sit in their little stand and go in their box, and that's 20 bucks. It's a thumbs up product from me, and again, I can't say for certain that every single one of those tubes is gonna be filled consistently, like exactly the same, but none of them felt empty. None of them felt like majority empty tubes, so that's good. Other thing I wanted to talk about, I saw there's a little duo, another 20 $20 product here from Clinique. This is called the Cult Classic Lip Duo. It's black honey, but it's also pink honey. I had seen somebody, I think it was on TikTok, they were talking about how like they couldn't get black honey, but pink honey is actually really, really good. But I'm very familiar with black honey, okay? I've talked about this, I've compared it to other things. I've talked about how the e.l.f. Sheer Slick in Black Cherry is a really great dupe for this, but I thought it would be cool to have this set and I wanted to experiment and see more about the pink honey. So let's try the black honey first. We're all maybe a bit more familiar with this. So it's a slim lipstick. If you buy it in the full size, I think it's in like a silver, matte silver, shiny silver kind of tube, but it's going on like a lip balm. And I'm just kind of getting my stick warmed up a little bit here, but yeah, now she's going on. It's one of those instant life-giving shades. A little bit of red, a little bit of plum. There is something kind of earthy and muted about it, but it just feels like lip balm. And to me, it balances out the face. You know, here you're seeing I've got an eye that's done, my face is all put together, I'm wearing my blush, and you put this on and you immediately get that, okay, that was the missing piece. Kind of the way we felt about that certain shade in the Tower 28 set. I like this stuff. It doesn't look overly shiny as far as the finish. It just feels like lip balm, but it's got that tint to it. So that's the black honey that I so often compare things back to. You know, I use a product, I'm like, oh, that's giving me a black honey vibe, whatever that means. Well, this is what it means. And again, if we're thinking gifting, I could see that type of shade being good on a lot of people. But now we're gonna try on the pink honey. This is what I'm less familiar with. I think I may have had like a little sample of this somewhere along the lines, but I don't even have a fresh image in my head of what this looks like on. So let's try it. My lips are really bare looking. She's completely different. I know honey's in the name, but they could call this bubblegum if they wanted to. I mean, it's not really anything like this. It's just, she's pink. She's soft. The more I look at it, the more I think it makes sense on my face, actually. Look. That color, can you see it there? I mean, you can see it, but does it make sense on my face? I think it's working. I'm seeing kind of a continuity between cheek and lip. I think I can get into that, actually. I'm also one who, I don't mind makeup that looks like makeup, okay? I don't mind putting on a 3-step lip routine that involved lip liner, lipstick, and lip gloss. I like that thing looking finished. But the quality that you come away with these, and I think it's because they're not too shiny, and also, given that we applied them straight off the stick, we're not super defined with a lip liner, but they scream not trying too hard. But they're gonna give you color. Both of them give you the fullness of color. The pink is obviously a little bit softer, but I have no trouble seeing that it's on there, right? But there's just a casual, easy, breezy nature to these products. So I like that little set, although I'm not really that blown away by the texture, to be honest. As I feel this sitting on my lips, I'm not sitting there thinking, ooh, that's a luxurious, real experience, you know, having this on here. Like, it's just feeling kind of like standard lip balm. I'm not buying this maybe for an amazing textural experience on my lips. I just looked at something that was sitting here, but like these balms from Bare Minerals, those are an experience. Okay, you put those on, it's like, there's something different about it. The balms from Lawless too. These may be more appreciated by somebody who just doesn't want too much slipperiness on their lips because they're not very slippery. They're not over the top hydrating. So yeah, I guess I end this try on saying I'm good with that. I can appreciate these products for what they are, but yet I'm not really jumping up and down about the feel on them. I think there's more slip, glide, and just comfiness probably out of the e.l.f. Sheer Slick. I'll link to that product if you're not familiar, but I don't really consider these two types of products competing. I mean, they're both the same price, but I really like having those 4 different shades of the Tower 28 Lip Softies. I like that several of them are from the regular line, and I got to experience those on top of just the one full size that I had. These are kind of the most pleasing, happiest find out of this video for me. But again, let me know what you want to see, my friends, in these videos where I'm reviewing different things that are holiday related. I want to know what you're into. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you again very soon. I love you. Bye.